Hey everybody, this is John, your host on Mgtow is Freedom. Mgtow, men going their own way. You decide how you're going to live your life. Doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what anyone says, and you shouldn't let it matter. You can take in the information. You can consider it. You can decide if it works for you. In whole or in part, right? It's your decision to make. Don't let your life be the result of someone else's decision. Whether it's an individual woman, a family member, your school, your work, right? Your mom, it doesn't matter. It's your life. You have to live it and pay for it. You might as well make it be of your design and your idea. Anyways, welcome back, guys. I'm off to work. I've had this video idea in my head, and if I put it off, I'm afraid it'll just end up on the back shelf with other ideas, and I don't want that to happen. Don't want it to happen. So I watched a video by Darius this morning. That video was Leftovers. Good video, brother. I dropped a comment there to let him know I stopped by, but I thought, it's time to get this idea out. The one I got in my head right now. If you recall, and my kids went back to school today, one to college, one to high school. And I saw they have their books, this little saying that you can't judge a book by its cover. I used to do that as a kid all the time, right? I'd look at the book cover and go, that's a piece of shit. And I'd look at the book cover and go, yeah, I bet that's a good book. But a book is an excellent analogy, metaphor, whatever, right? Some sort of alliteration or reference to a woman, right? And why do we talk about women on a men's channel? It's because women use men to control them to make their lives better. And it's fine, I guess, if you're a woman. But if you're a guy and your life gets hijacked, no one likes that shit. So anyways, we talk about women, what they do, how it works, so we can avoid it, or at least make an informed decision, an intelligent decision, a decision based on good, right, reasonable thinking. All right, I had to get parked there. So this women and books, book covers, what am I getting at? You're told as a kid, don't judge a book by its cover, right? Because that's prejudicial, right? It's prejudicial. But what is the book cover? Well, it's this hard protective layer, right? That protects the inside. So if we just think of woman as a book, she's got a book cover. It's there to protect what's inside, right? She's protecting her inside, what she's really about. Because the book on the inside, the pages, the story, the drama, right? The content, the path, the progression. She wants to hide that from you. So you can't judge a book by its cover. As much as I did as a kid, in real life, you can't judge a book by its cover. So that cover, that outer protective layer, is to hide what's on the inside. But what is the book about? Well, it's got a title on it. Right? It's got a cover that has a title and the name of the author, and then on the back it says parts of the story, and it tells you some little bits about it, right? And then you open up the cover, and inside the cover sleeve there's some more information, right? The bio. What is that, right? That's there to attract you. The picture on the cover and the picture on the back. It's there to attract your attention. Right? It's designed to sell you on what the contents are, to get you to buy it, in other words. Right? On the cover, there's a price. It tells you this is what the cost is to take this home with you. If you think about it, a woman is very much a book. She's selling a story. Right? You get to see a little bit of what the cost is on the front. She's telling you a little about herself in the bio. But the story, the what's within, that's the big selling point. right? When you start reading that back cover. The picture on the front, well, that's what you see in this girl. Never judge a book by its cover. Now, what I ended up doing later in life is if I thought a book was interesting, I would read the last couple pages, or the last page, or the last paragraph, right? And when it comes to women, what does that page say? And she left him and took all his shit and destroyed him. You put that book down, pick up another book. And she left him and took all his shit and destroyed him. And you put that fucking book down and you pick up another book. And it says she took his kids and he ended up going to jail on false charges. Oh, that's a nice book. And you put it down. But that's not what's on the cover. They don't tell you that's what's in the story. Now, what's different in every book is how you get from the start. Oh, he met her and he fell in love with her. And then you get to the end where, and she destroyed him and took all his shit. She wasted his fucking time. Right? And some of those books are short stories. It's over in a couple years. Other books are a saga, a drama of death and pain and destruction. But you know, that's what women are. That's the story. They don't want you to believe that. Women today want you to judge them. Judge their book, their story, on the basis of the cover. Some women have a cover on there that looks like one of these romances with Fabio. Oh, come with me and the wind will blow in your hair and you know, you'll love life. It'll be a romance, whirlwind. Other women have an Indiana Jones cover where you're the hero and you get to go out and have tons of fun. You know, other romance or other women's stories are versions of the romance, right? The castle on the hill, you get to live there. Or the man with many children, right? They sell all these different stories on the basis of the cover. Yeah, everyone who's told you don't judge a book by its cover, you can basically do that with a piece of literature. But when it comes to reality, when it comes to nonfiction, the real deal, a woman, you cannot judge that cover. Because that cover is there to sell you on her. It's her way of getting into your life and get into your head. Right? You start reading a book in real life, right? A book, you open it up, you're reading words, it's going into your head. Your brain is creating images and thoughts based on what you're reading. Women do the same fucking thing. They get in your head. You have an idea based on this cover what the story's about. And so she starts telling you a story. Your woman. And she's filling your head with ideas. It's a fucking story. And after a few pages, you realize you're now in the story you're reading. Right now, you're the main character. And you're enjoying love and romance. You see a bright and brilliant future. Right? Your life is this, your life is that. Pretty soon, you're reading this story. And the character of you is doing some odd shit. You've changed your life around. You're not free anymore. You're having to pay for stuff. There's drama in this now that you don't want. Now there's her family and a bunch of crap you don't want. Right now you're having to put up with all of her shit and all of her baggage and all of her scar tissue. Right? As Darius put in there, you're getting leftovers. What is left of this person because she's trashed herself? Now this story is becoming something that Stephen King wrote. And you're like, my God, what is going on in my life? It's not your story, it's her story. And you are part of it. You're reading this story. And you're getting closer and closer to the end. Because as a man, when you're with a woman, and you see where this once great romance and venture turned into horror story and tragedy novelette, you're getting to the end and there's only a few pages left and you see your demise as a character in her story.